Okay, Assalamualaikum and very good day. Alright, so for this tutorial, I'm going to show you on how to create a very basic snowman. We in a object mode first. Okay, for the next tutorial, I will teach you on how to manipulate and edit at that particular very specific so for example you can manipulate the line and also point, but for this video I'm going to focus on the object mode, which you will get familiar with um, rotating, scaling, and also moving the object, and then how we are going to add object, or we can duplicate the object, and on how to delete the object. All right, so so the first one, I'm going to delete this cube, okay, by left click on the cube and then press X, or you just press delete key on your keyboard. All right, so as you can see, this one is a 3D cursor. You can by default, the 3D cursor will be at the origin point, which is 0, 0, 0. Okay, you can move this 3D cursor to different location or different position by pressing shift key on your keyboard and then left click, and you press left click on your press shift and then right click on the different position, so then you can see the 3D cursor move to different position. Okay, I'm going to start back. What's the function of 3D cursor? So normally if you are going to add new object, the object will appear based on our 3D cursor position. So it means that if I want to add a new object on the origin, so what do I need to do is I'm going to move our 3D cursor to the origin point. Okay, by press shift key on our keyboard and then right click here. All right, so you can click on the add and then go to under mesh, and then since we are going to create a very basic snowman, so we are going to use UV sphere. So if you click one time, as you can see, this is the UV sphere. So if you scroll up, then you can see the number of vertices. So basically we can adjust the number of vertices and the line on our object mesh. So if you click the button here, this one is add UV sphere. This button will appear once you add the new object. So normally for different object have different perspective in here. So as you can see, this is segment. So if you mouse over, if you click one time, you can change the value here. So what is the segment? So by default it's a 32, and we have ring 16 and radius 1 m. All right, so you can click here to increase the number of segments. So you can see the number of segment bigger lah. Okay, the number of segment higher. Okay, so I'm going to use back 32, and then for this one, if you move to the left side and right side, you can see the difference. Okay, so this one, they represent the ring from here to here lah. Okay, and then for the radius, you can control the value from here, or you can adjust, you can increase by using the scale function. Okay, so after that, so after you finish change the value, you cannot access the function anymore. Right, so normally you can adjust after you click the object. Then you can see the button, the menu here, and then you can either increase or decrease the value for the ring or the segment, or together with the the radius. Okay, so for example here I want to, if let's say I want to change the perspective first. Okay, I'm going to change from this perspective into the front view, or just pressing numpad 1. Okay, if you are using if you are using laptop, you cannot access the numpad, but you can adjust the shortcut key on in our blender. Okay, so that one I will show later. Alright, so we already have one sphere, so we can add another object. So this one is an object mode. We can copy or duplicate the same object, or you can add you can add from here. Okay, so it's the same thing. Alright, so if you want to duplicate, what you need to do is you just press shift D, and then as you can see, the panel here, the menu, which is duplicate object. You can move on the you can adjust the value, either if you want to move on along the x-axis or y or z. Okay, or you can press z. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's say if we want to duplicate this object. Okay, you can go to object, you can click on you just press shift D to duplicate the object, and then move your object to another position. Okay, once you move and then left click on your mouse, and then you can move the object either to the left side, right side, or up and down. Okay, so or you can click on the move tools here, and then make it and move and change our orientation from perspective to orthographic, so that we can view our object clearly. Alright, so I'm going to choose from current perspective into front orthographic. So then I'm going to remove. I'm going to move it just a little bit. So next is I'm going to scale down the size of the object. So on top will be our snowman head. Alright, so I'm pressing S to scale down the object size. And again, I'm left click this one, and then press shift D, move to the bottom, and then I'm going to put X 0, and then for the Z I'm going to control using the arrow here, and then I press S to scale up. Okay, so if you want to move the whole three object together, what you can do is you left click one of the object one time, and then press shift, and then left click on the second object, and then shift again, left click on the third object. For example, I'm going to move like this. Right, okay, so and then we can press A 2 times to deselect the object. So the next one, this is the front orthographic. So I'm going to add another sphere for the snowman eye. Okay, just click add or mesh, and then choose UV sphere, or we can duplicate and scale down the object size, the same. Okay, so for example, click this one, and then press shift D, move a little bit here, and then scale down. Okay, and zoom a little bit. Press shift and middle mouse button to pan to move the object down. Right, so the next one, I'm going to move our the eyeball on our snowman head, right? Or you can change the perspective here. You just click on the view and then go to the viewpoint and then click on the top view. So now you can see the object, and I'm going to place our snowman eye in this position. Okay, and then you can click and change back to the front view. Okay, and then we can duplicate, shift D, then left click one time, and then click on the red axis here. Okay, then you can double check by changing our view perspective from current view to the top view to make sure that the position is okay. Okay, so next, change back to the front view. Right, so for the next one is I'm going to add code for the snowman nose. Alright, so what can I do is I'm going to shift and right click here. Right, means that our our cylinder will be appear here. Okay, and then click add and go to mesh, choose cone, sorry. Okay, and then we can reduce the object size. Okay, and then you can click on the scale, right? So or we can scale down first, press S and then make it small, and then we just click on the blue axis, make it longer, right? So the next one we are going to move. Okay, click on the move button here and then put here, and then I'm going to change our perspective from front view to the right view. Okay, so what we need to do is to change the orientation. Okay, I'm going to click on the click on the rotation here, and then click on the the red color, the red axis. Okay, next one, click again on the move tool and move on the right, move on the y axis, which is the green color. Okay, and make it bigger. So it's up to you, either you want, if you want to move, put it like straight like this, or if you want to change the orientation, you can just simply click and again, right, change the orientation. Okay, now we move to the front view. So basically this is our basic. So the next part is I'm going to add the hand. Okay, and next is the head for our snowman.